What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about The Last of Us Part 2 yet again. I'm not going to talk. I should start this off by saying this. I'm not going to talk about the leaks, right? I'm not going to actually spoil them, but I want to use them as the basis for this video. And talking about is the hype completely gone from The Last of Us Part 2. And I kind of want to use even what I've seen in the recent days from different people and what's really happened in the gaming industry and I guess gaming people on YouTube as well over the last couple of days to help out. So, if you guys know me by now, you know I'm very excited for The Last of Us Part 2. I've been very excited for a very, very long time, and I would say I still am excited. I really do want to play this game. I guess I should just make that clear. I get that here's what there is right now, is there seems to be a movement of like two different things. There is a group of people that are going after the SJW, all that kind of stuff of what these leaks are, how, and for what it's worth, by the way, the leaks are really, really bad, right? I don't agree with everything that the leaks have said, right? So I get it, but at the same time, you have these people, some people, not everybody, but some people going very, very far, being very disrespectful about these leaks and basically wanting everybody to see these leaks, right? To I guess support their movement of don't buy this game, show Naughty Dog or teach Naughty Dog a lesson by not supporting the game, which, by the way, again, is fine. You don't have to buy anything. It's completely up to you, the person. And I think that's the biggest thing I want to drive home. That's it. That's ultimately it. You have the choice whether to buy something or not to buy something. So while I completely support and I like understand the people saying, I'm not buying this game. The leaks saved me $60. I'm going to teach them a lesson, right? Like this is what they've deserved. This is what they brought on to themselves. I get that. But I feel like that's getting forced on everybody else. And maybe it's just because of I'm on the internet, right, that it's kind of like you just hear, you're kind of in this like echo chamber where you just hear this stuff. I don't like seeing that. I really don't. I've seen people online saying like, I'll retweet. If people post spoilers on Last of Us Part 2, I'll retweet it. I've seen people say that. And that is, honestly, that's disgusting because, again, it's up to you if you want to see the leaks or not. Now, I'm not opposed to like posting the leak. Like if I had a video and I said like we're going to talk about The Last of Us Part 2 leaks, as long as I don't spoil it in the title and like it's not like a misleading thing or like even in the thumbnail, right? I think it's okay to talk about the leaks online because ultimately like it's your choice to click on the video to not. If I were to warn you about the leaks, again, it would be your choice that, if I warned you that the next 5 minutes I'm going to talk about the leaks and then you don't click off, that's your fault, right? Ultimately, that's the person's choice to do it. But to force it on somebody is something else. Or to literally like help promote it and get it out there so that everybody can see it. I have something against it. Now again, like, was this person treated badly? All this kind of stuff. He could have been, or she could have been, or whoever it is. They could have been. Are they going to get hired in the gaming industry ever again? Absolutely not. And ultimately, again, the leaks aren't right. No matter how badly you were treated as an individual, as an employee, you've ruined the rest of your team, the people that have worked on this game for years. You've ruined their work. You've ruined it for hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, online that have been waiting for this game ever since The Last of Us, or at least for like 3.5 years, ever since we saw that first trailer. That is inexcusable. It just absolutely is. Now, adding on top of that or going on top of that, is the hype completely gone? I feel like for the most part, the answer is yes, and I mean that sucks. Again, if Naughty Dog gets what's coming, to them, that happens, right? Depending on how all this stuff plays out, it is what it is. That's a pretty good statement, I think, to use for a situation like this. I'll tell you this, I'm still excited to play, and you can call me whatever names you want to call me, but I'll tell you my honest opinion is it's been quite a journey over the last, now I'm recording this maybe early depending on when you guys are seeing this video, but it's been quite a journey since those leaks came out because I would say I was so violently against them, right? I never like thought, oh, I'm not going to buy this game, I'm not going to play this game now. I never once thought that. Ultimately, I'm going to do it, okay? For, the reasons that I can explain if you guys want me to, or, whatever, but I was still going to do it no matter what. And ever since then, again, as I've seen more stuff going on, I've seen people running with the wrong leaks and spreading misinformation, spreading the wrong leaks of what happened, which again, I can't get into because I don't want to spoil it for people, but one of the major things that people are running with that happens in this game isn't even true. They took something that somebody reported on that was wrong and it's been corrected, and they're just going along with it, and now like the leaks are bad and there's things you can hate about it, but now people are getting mad about things that aren't even in the game, that don't even happen. And I feel like that's probably going to backfire on a lot. And trust me, I like the quartering. I like Geeks and Gamers. I like them, but some of them are talking about things that don't actually Now, is it things? Is it plural? No, it's actually one thing. Again, I can't say what it is because I don't want to spoil it, but they're running off of one thing that actually isn't true that people are going to realize when the game comes out, and that's probably going to hurt them because it's like, oh my, like you were lying to us that whole time. Are you getting mad about something that never ended up happening? It's going to hurt, I think, the argument of the leakers when all of this is said and done, because again, they're going to say, oh, well, you guys were going after this, and this thing didn't even happen. Now, again, is that right to do? Because they still have a right to be mad about it, and they also still have a right to be mad about any of the other stuff they were complaining about, right? Everybody has those rights. You have the right to complain, and you have the right to not complain. I think from what I've seen, and I'm just one channel, I mean, this channel and podcast now, right? I'm just like one entity. From what I've seen, and also just on social media and stuff, it seems to have affected the game big time. People are canceling their pre-orders. People are making videos, again, saying, like, thanks, Naughty Dog, you saved me $60, like all this kind of stuff. People are canceling their pre-orders. The hype has definitely been deflated. I feel like from like a business point of view on YouTube, I feel like I will feel that and I will be able to see that. If we talk about The Last of Us Part 2, like before the game comes out and we make videos, I wonder how they'll do. I would have expected them to do really well, judging on how good the channel's been going and like the increase in viewership and all that kind of stuff. I would have expected it to do pretty good, but a lot of that rests on people being excited for the game and people not knowing certain things about the game, because we talk about speculation, we talk about different theories, we talk about what could happen, that kind of stuff. That stuff goes out the window now, right? Because I think a lot of people already know. So it's tough. At the same time, I do still see people that are excited. And honestly, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I see people trying to deflate people that are excited. I don't think that's right. If they're excited, they're excited. They'll either be disappointed when they play the game, or maybe they'll like it. Same thing with even people that know the leaks. Maybe you hate the leaks. Are you going to play the game? Maybe if you play the game, and again, I'm not saying like it's wrong to say that you can have negative opinions without doing something. You actually can. I think in the right circumstances, I've seen people also take that argument that, oh, you can't be mad about certain things because you haven't seen the story play out. No, you can be mad at certain themes. You can be mad at certain things that happen in the game. Maybe it gets changed a little bit based off of what happens in the game, but I think you have a right to be upset. Now, again, if you play the game and it's just completely there, or if some of those things weren't even true, or they were kind of hyper-focused on, right? And then when you play the game, it's like, oh, that thing isn't really even mentioned much. Like, it's a very small, and I don't know that. I'm just saying that, right? Maybe something like that happens. It'll all depend. The gaming industry around The Last of Us Part 2 has been very up and down. It's been absolutely insane, and I feel like it's going to keep being insane for the next month because we can't even get this game for another month and a half, right? Nobody has it except for that leaker, but nobody has it. People are going to either get the game or not, and we're going to have to go through the whole thing of how well will it sell, or did it completely bomb, right? Then we have to go through which leaks that people were running with, which ones were right. Did they focus so heavily on the things everybody got upset about? Were people right to basically boycott it and not get the game? Were people, is it okay for people to still be excited and still like because that's the next part is, and when you get the game, it's probably going to be looked at badly if you like it. And again, I'm one that's right now in the middle. Like, I don't like some of the things I saw in the leak, but at the same time, I'm still going to give I am going to give the game a chance. I know a lot of the story elements, and the only thing that could save that is, I guess, the padding. How well is it padded? How well can they really make certain things work? Where when you read it on like a Google Doc or whatever, wherever you read like the bullet points of the plot, how can they make it somewhat better? Is it going to be somewhat better at all? It could be. It could also not be. But they do still have that opportunity. The gameplay. Maybe the gameplay is phenomenal. Don't forget also, it'll eventually have multiplayer. And that's a really big thing, too, for a lot of people that don't even care about the story. How well does the game function? How good does it look? Or is it well acted? Stuff like that. There's still things in it. It's going to be... I'm not taking sides. I'm trying to not take sides, at least. I'm trying to see it from both sides. I'm trying to defend the people that have the right to criticize. I'm trying to defend the people that are hyped up and have a right to still be hyped up, and that the leaks really shouldn't be pushed in the mainstream. That's just generally not a thing that you should do. I feel like it's kind of wrong. Again, it hurts the people that worked on this game. And if you don't like their product, yeah, that's fine, but you don't have to ruin their lives too, because you think Neil Druckmann feels good about, if he wrote a terrible story, and we'll all get mad at him later, but you think he feels good about it, that the plot for his story is out there and people are running with it? I don't think I feel like he probably is having like some deep down problems probably every single day of his life right now, right? Because of all this stuff that happened. That's not right. So it's complex. That's a good word too. It's very complex. But guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think about this whole fiasco? What do you think about the hype? Do you think it's okay to still be excited? All that kind of stuff. Let me know. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Have that bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. And I do a new video on this channel every single day. And so I hope to see you guys for the next video.